If your only skill is to drop the price of a listing to get it sold, you need to arm yourself with more skills. Do you have a video sales letter explaining why they should be working with you and what values and benefits that they can get from working with you? Rejection is your friend. I have become the queen of rejection. Now, what you need to look for is a community or a group of people who understand you and accept you where you're at today.
What is your favorite part of being a real estate agent?
Oh, that's a great question. My favorite part of being a real estate agent, if I'm going to be candid, is cashing the commission check. Listen, it's okay to admit that you enjoy getting paid and rewarded for your hard work and your effort. So often we say things like, I love people, I love homes. And yes, I'm sure that you do, but I'm sure that you also love being rewarded for it and appreciated for it. So, one of the things I enjoy the most about being a real estate agent, and this is something you should consider if you are seeking which is your next best career move. Where is a career that gives me no ceiling? I can make as much money as I want to make, and I can work the hours I either want to work or don't want to work. This industry gives you the opportunity to have unequal inputs and outputs. What do I mean by that? I can make 2 hours of phone calls. And now that I am so skilled with what I have learned and the experience that I have, in those 2 hours of phone calls, I could create $80,000 worth of transactions that pay me commissions in excess of $80,000. So you can be unequally rewarded for the output you put in. If you were to go and get a job, let's say even as an attorney, you're going to get paid per hour. So if your hourly rate is $450, how long is it going to take you to make 80 grand? So as a real estate agent, there's really no cap to the amount of money you can make, but here's what it takes. Because do not confuse yourself into thinking it's going to be easy. Number one, you have to have no fear of rejection. Rejection is your friend. I get rejected so much that probably 99% of my day is hearing no, stop, don't, can't, forget it, F you, hang up. The 1% that I hear yes is where I actually make money. I have become the queen of rejection. And if you want to make good money, you will have to understand that rejection is a part of winning. Two, you need to arm yourself with skills that are far and above what everyone else is doing. So if all of your friends who are realtors, all they're doing is cute property tours and they're waiting for a buyer to click on that and maybe call them, and you see them sitting around waiting for clients, understand to yourself, hey, there's another level of skills here that I can be learning so that I can be earning more money. You're probably thinking as I'm chatting right now, what are some skills, Jessica, that I should be learning right now? Is that what you're thinking? Have no fear. I'm here to help you guys. So here's a few things you need to learn. You need to master the internet. And I'm not talking about home porn, right? We call it house porn. I'm talking about learning how to sell on camera. How do you learn how to sell on camera? Do you have a video sales letter explaining to your avatar why they should be working with you and what values and benefits that they can get from working with you? Is your video sales letter evergreen? Can it be seen while you're sleeping? Can it be clicked on and engaged with while you're on vacation? That's number one. Number two, do you understand creative finance and creative deal structures? In today's market, you're going to be working with a lot of people who owe more money on their home than it's currently worth. And if your only skill is to drop the price of a listing to get it sold, you're going to be way out of luck. You need to arm yourself with more skills. Do you know how to help a seller to self-discover where they made mistakes and where they can do better? You have to understand that this is a very emotional process. Listen, if you've ever sold your own home, you remember how crazy you were. Me, you, anyone who's ever sold a home, no matter how great of an agent you are, it's a highly emotional process. So your emotional intelligence needs to improve to where when you connect with a buyer or a seller, you can help them to self-discover what needs to happen in order for them to get their desired outcome. Because sometimes we get in our own way. We all do it unknowingly, not on purpose. So that's going to become a skill you need to have. I could go on and on and on with all the skills that you should arm yourself to become more valuable, but I don't want to bore you guys. So you can always connect with me offline, click on one of my coaching programs, and I'm happy to arm you with more skills so that you can make more money. So here's some other things that you need to be successful today as an agent so that you can earn as much money as possible. You have to learn how to lead. A CEO leads, a captain of a team leads, a president leads. Who do they lead? They lead their staff, they lead the public, they lead their clients, they lead their family. If you are lacking in leadership skills, it's going to play out in your business. You're going to constantly have a lot of overturn of employees, which creates an issue for you to be profitable because you're constantly having to train new people. And training new people takes away your focus from finding new business. Some other things that you'll see that are signs of you needing to improve your leadership is your business functioning without you? If you go away for vacation for a week, or if you have something that takes you away from real estate and your business falls apart, that's a sign that you are a weak leader. And something that you can work on immediately is your leadership skills. The best way to do this is to find a guide, someone who's already leading a strong business who can share with you principles to help guide you in your journey and empower you to become a better leader. Some other things you can do is read books on leadership. Patrick Lencioni is one of my favorite authors. I've read The Motive. I've read I think it's the 5 Skills of Leadership. So there's a lot of books out there also that can help you with improving your leadership. And more than anything, what a leader does in the mind shift you probably haven't had happen yet, there's rewards-based leaders and then there's responsibility-based leaders. A rewards-based leader, and maybe you've worked for one of these people. A rewards-based leader is going to be someone who likes to say, I'm the boss, I'm important, look at me, I'm the boss. But they don't necessarily actually help you or want to see you grow or give you tools to help you grow. They just want to be recognized as important and in charge. This is called a rewards-based leader, and this is the lowest form of leadership. Now, a strong leader, what does a strong leader look like? It's a responsibility leader. Someone who feels that the wellness of the people in their care is their responsibility, and it's the most important part of their business. So what does that look like? That looks like a leader who cares enough about you to sit you down when you're doing wrong and have a difficult conversation with you about getting you back on track. Knowing that even though this conversation could lead to you quitting, being angry, they still feel like because it's so important to your growth, they're gonna have it anyway. That's an example of a responsibility-based leader. And if you're going to grow a big business and have a highly successful real estate career, you're going to want to become a responsibility-based leader. It's an amazing skill. Not only will it serve you well in your business, you'll start to see a difference at home. When I started diving into all of this, what I noticed was that I would say a lot of things to my kids like, because I said so. And children don't really like that. Have you guys ever said to your kid, because I said so? What do? They roll their eyes at you and they go, whatever, right? So instead of doing that, when I started to learn about responsibility leadership, I would say to them, well, tell me more about why you think that's a good idea, instead of just shutting them down or making them feel like their idea was stupid. I would ask them more questions to understand their point of view. And we would have open conversations. And what happened over time is my kids started opening up to me more. And we really strengthened our bond and our relationship. So I think that if you are going to really dive deep into becoming a better leader, you're going to see positive benefits, not just in your business, but also at home and with your friends and family. Sometimes I look back on the way that I used to behave like 10 years ago, and I'm like, I wouldn't be friends with me. Like, how embarrassing that I used to be like that. And now, I'm just different with my friends, to where I genuinely care about them. I genuinely want to hear what they have to say. I'm really interested in helping them with what they're going through. Whereas in the past, it was kind of just like, oh, let's go party together. You look good in my Instagram pictures. Let's hang out together. So the shift has happened, and it hasn't just affected, my real estate business, but all parts of my life to make me be a better person. If that's something you'd like to learn about, or if it's something you're interested in, definitely get to reading and also get yourself in a community that understands you. As you grow, you're gonna find that you outgrow people, and it can become a little bit isolating. So when you hit your next level and you become a new version of yourself, a lot of the people you used to hang out with, you kind of don't have anything in common with them anymore. Or they start to say things like, you changed, or who do you think you are? And it can become really isolating and lonely as you do that because you feel like there's something wrong with you. But actually, there's nothing wrong with you. What happened is you outgrew your old circle. Now, what you need to look for is a community or a group of people who understand you and accept you where you're at today. I am so grateful for the community that we have here at the Elite Builders because every time I grow, they grow too. And we tend to go up together, and I never feel lonely because I always have my besties. I love you guys. Thank you, Elite Builders.